Welcome to the College Investor Audio Show, where we talk about the biggest issues impacting millennial money, from student loan debt to side hustles to building wealth. We will show you how to get out of debt so that you can build real wealth for the future.
Oh my goodness, the opportunities just keep growing for the gig economy. And that's today's topic on the College Investor Audio Show, specifically the Neighbor app. Doing a quick review today. It's pretty much the Airbnb for storage. Now, there are many ways to make money in the gig economy for sure. Uber, Lyft, Airbnb, and other different hustles all over the place. However, those gigs often require quite a bit of work and even cost, like car maintenance. Neighbor doesn't really have either of those problems. By renting out space you aren't using, you can make some money every single month. Renting out space you own doesn't cost anything extra, nor does it require your constant attention. Neighbor handles everything for you, too. This is cool. It's a platform that finds renters, handles the transaction, includes processing the payment, and finalizes the arrangement. From there, you just need to provide the space and access to it, of course. So today, we're looking at taking a deep dive into Neighbor, how it works for both hosts and renters. So who is Neighbor, by the way? Neighbor is a technology platform that specializes in crowd storage. Founded in 2017 and is based in Lehi, Utah. The CEO-founder is Joseph Woodbury. Neighbor has raised $12.7 million through a Series A. And this is what Woodbury had to say about it. We're just about the most accessible market out there. Anyone can use it, and you don't have to go to work to make money. It's just like driving for Uber or DoorDash. If you want to do Airbnb, you have to have a furnished space, and you better be in a destination location or it's not going to work. Neighbor is totally different. Neighbor allows anyone to rent out space in their home for storage. The space that you have could be in your attic, your driveway, or just even a room in your house that's extra. Renters. To find space to rent, you can use Neighbor's website or their app. Neighbor tries to find spaces available nearby. Here are some of the storage options. General self-storage, RVs, boats, if you have some extra cars, or just business storage. In addition to residential storage, the warehouses and other businesses entities offer space through Neighbor. So, listings are going to display the type, size, price, and location. Unlike commercial storage options, you can rent for less than a month in some cases. And once you're ready to rent a space, your card will be charged, and of course, the host will be notified. After the host approves your rental, you're all set. Your automated billing will begin from the day you are charged. Note that you'll be charged in advance. So, just an example, if you're paying by the month, you're charged 1 month in advance. Hope that makes sense. Now, if you need to cancel, you'll receive a full refund if it is done up to 4 days before your scheduled booking. That includes the service fee. If the booking is canceled within 3 days of the start date, you'll receive an 80% refund, excluding the service fee. So after the start date, there are no refunds. Now, if the host decides to cancel on you, you will receive a full refund. If the host cancels while you are using their space, they must provide 30 days notice. Okay, now, big question. How does Neighbor protect your belongings? After all, your belongings are in some stranger's house, and it's up to them to ensure your belongings are taken care of, right? Okay, so Neighbor provides a $25,000 against damage or theft of your property, and that is at no extra cost. That's awesome. To take advantage of this protection, you will have to first register your property through Neighbor. And like any self-storage, if something has strong sentimental value to you but not much monetary value, it can't be replaced in the event it is damaged or stolen. Hosts. Let's take a look at the host of this thing. Now, they're basically the people with space to rent out for storage. Neighbor makes it easy for people to rent out some space. You'll describe the space and provide its size. You'll also need to price it too. And for that, Neighbor has a rent estimator to help you find the best price. There is no cost to list a space, but once someone decides to rent, you'll have to pay 4.9% plus 30 cents of the rental fee to Neighbor. And just as Neighbor provides renters with protection, hosts are also protected. Each host gets $2 million in personal liability protection and $10,000 for any damages to their property. There are some restrictions on what renters can store at a location as well. Now, for example, the following are the restricted items. You cannot store drugs, weapons, ammo, pesticides, hazardous materials, perishables, stolen goods, or flammables. Are there any fees? Well, yeah, the host charges different rental rates, but other than that, Neighbor is 50% cheaper than other self-storage options. So it's worth a shot if you have some stuff you need to store. How do you open an account? Neighbor.com. That's easy. Is your money safe? Yep. Neighbor handles all payment processing and also has tons of protections in place for cancellations. Is it worth it? Yeah. Especially if you're using something like Airbnb, you'll find that Neighbor's experience to be quite similar. Besides, a spare bedroom, garage, attic, or even an empty space in your driveway that isn't being used can be turned into monthly cash flow, and we like that. That's all we have for you today. I hope that was helpful. I love review shows. It just helps me to make the best decisions too. The Neighbor app, check it out. And by the way, we have tons and tons of reviews of all kinds of products too at thecollegeinvestor.com. Thanks again for stopping by, and we'll talk to you again very soon.